If you were to look up the definition of sport, it would basically be defined as an activity involving physical exertion or stress, where an individual or teams would compete against one another for entertainment. Sport was also an awesome album back in 1983 and now a CD by Huey Lewis and the News. Another definition is to display or wear ostentatiously. And if you were to look up that definition, that would say to impress or attract note. Well, that's the definition I believe Genesis has in mind for their new 2018 G80 Sport. Let's take a look at it and see if you feel the same. The G80 Sport takes the Genesis line to the next level with a more aggressive front end, with the dark tint, bold grille up front, the sport fascia honeycombed beneath, full LED headlights for the vehicle. Copper tint accents that are, well, just used a little here around the headlights, around the center of the rim, as well as in the interior and some of the stitching. It just makes it stand out just a little bit more. The Sport comes with a 3.3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine, gasoline direct injected. And that gets you 365 horsepower, 376 pound-feet of torque. And it's rear-wheel drive or available all-wheel drive. In case you're wondering, 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds. You have an independent suspension across the board, and with that all-wheel drive system that really gives it enhanced traction and handling. Plus you have traction control, ABS braking system, continuous dampening control, so it's going to measure the road characteristics to give you even a better drive. Plus you've got these gorgeous 19-inch rims, and they're staggered sizes. You've got a P245 40 R19 up front and a 275 35 R19 in the rear. And you have this lower body sill on the side for the sport accent, the dark chrome accent as well. Keyless entry, of course, push button start stop. You have a gorgeous paneled moonroof up here, absolutely beautiful. The inside's got so much luxury, and you have an amazing Lexicon 17 speaker sound system inside. It's absolutely amazing. And all of this is coupled with an 8-speed Shiftronic transmission with paddle shifters. It is, I wish you could see inside, but you'll see it later on. Anyway, to the back of the vehicle here, you have these beautiful rear LED taillights and quad exhausts. Here, come on, I'm going to show you. Beautiful quad exhausts and a lower diffuser back here as well. Of course, you've got your backup sensors, your front protection sensors, 360 cameras available, all that good stuff. You have useful cargo space. You have your gesture control. You can wave your foot to open the trunk, or you could just do it with the remote opener there, and a great place to keep all of your sporting equipment. 15 cubic feet of cargo space. And the back seats don't fold down. They don't. They have a pass-through instead. So there's still plenty of room to hold all your cool sporting stuff. Oh, it's amazing. A baseball and tennis stuff. Don't you just love the Genesis G80 Sport? I do. The sport seats are nicely bolstered in the front and very comfortable in the back. You have your fold down armrest here with your pop-up cup holders. You even have heated rear seats and heated and ventilated front seats. That's pretty cool. The passengers have a privacy shade for the back glass as well as their side windows. And that's pretty nice. A lot of people think that luxury in sports sedans is kind of a weird oxymoron. You're either a luxury car or you're a sports car, but I think Genesis is really bridging the gap nicely with the G80 Sport. That's what sportiness is about, responsiveness. Having fluid control, being able to shift through the 8-speed Shiftronic transmission or even go into sport mode. One of the things you can definitely appreciate is the weightiness of the vehicle. It's about 4,500 pounds. And with the all-wheel drive system, that's going to add a bit of poundage to it, but you can feel it maneuver solidly around the corners. and hugs the highway quite nicely. The all-wheel drive system gives you that very planted feel. Speed-sensitive steering, tightens up at higher speeds, eases up at lower speeds. Now what's great is you do have a drive mode select, so that even as I'm cruising down the highway, right now I am in eco mode, for those environmentally friendly people that want to squeeze every mile per gallon out of their vehicle, which, by the way, you get, I believe, 17 miles per gallon around town, approximately, 24 on the highway for an average of 20 miles per gallon. Then you push it again and you have sport mode. And now you're going to tighten up the steering responsiveness, the throttle response, the shifting of the vehicle, so it's going to be a lot more fun if you're in that sporty mode. And then you push it again for your normal driving mode. The steering wheel has a nice pebbled surface, a very thick grip, good thumb control, 3-spoke, with all of your usual adaptive cruise control buttons easily accessible with your left thumb, your Bluetooth, your hands-free operations. The multimedia interface display, you have a 7-inch screen, and that'll give you a tremendous amount of feedback on how your vehicle's doing. I like the fact that you can have the digital as well as the analog gauges in the vehicle, because it gives you the best of both worlds in that regard. Let's see what the horn sounds like. Hi. Now, that's forward collision warning, and that's a very good thing, because if I had not been paying attention, the car will alert me that that car was taking an abrupt turn. That's a nice safety feature. There is so much safety in this vehicle. You have, of course, your blind spot detection, lane keep assist, rear traffic control. You have, as I mentioned, your adaptive cruise control, self-braking pedestrian protection as well, and ABS braking, electronic brake force distribution, traction control, everything you'd expect in a luxury automobile. And it can help save your life. 9 airbags, including knee airbags, to make sure your body stays positioned correctly. I mean, they really put a lot of time and energy into this. And the luxury of this, the leather is so soft. It is and the two-tone, lovely. Plus, you have the copper stitching that accents the exterior copper trim as well. I really enjoy the smooth shift of the transmission. Even though you can use the paddle shifters, I'm a lazy guy, and I like basically what I call the golf putter handle. It's a nice place to rest your arm. And you have plenty of interior storage area. You have a button you push here, the center armrest opens up here. USB, connectivity, auxiliary inputs, good stuff like that. We also have a nice sized glove box and side storage areas, plus you have your hidden cup holders center, and this is really nice. As you move this forward, there's another auxiliary input and USB input, plus you also have a wireless charging spot for your phone. Hey, check that out. And you have accessible Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, which is great. You have the touch screen for your navigation, just like your phone system. Boom, boom, hear that. And you also have a control scroll knob down here, so you can do it whichever way. A twist, a turn, a toggle, a touch at your fingertips. You also have the head-up display, which is very bright and colorful, and you can set it with work with your navigation. You also have your speed limit recognition, things of that nature, so that gives you even more security. Now the center stack layout has your analog clock dead center. I always like that touch in this digital age. They still let you reminisce about the good old days. And you have your air conditioning buttons across the front, easy control, dual zone air conditioning, of course, and your CD changer, multimedia information down below. So you have lots of fingertip control. And this carbon fiber accent on the inside. I mean, check that out. That is sweet. With the leather insert on the side, it's a beautiful interior and very quiet too, a lot of soundproofing. This is the kind of car you could just spend a lot of time having a lot of fun in. And even the passengers in the back have a tremendous amount of room. Now I have to mention this because a lot of people, when they're thinking about a luxury sedan or sports sedan, they don't realize there's more to it than meets the eye. With the Genesis G80, you get 3 years of paid maintenance, no maintenance out of your pocket for the first 3 years. You have 3 years of valet service, meaning they will pick your vehicle up for your routine maintenance, leave you a loaner vehicle, and bring it back when it's done. Plus, you have 5 years roadside assistance if needed, and you have 5 years, 60,000 mile standard warranty, plus, of course, the Genesis 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. So that's a lot of coverage for not a lot of bucks. When you're looking at one of the most luxurious and fun cars to drive at a modest price range, Genesis is really bridging the gap nicely with the G80 Sport. Anyway, not supposed to talk when the car's not moving.
But you know, they didn't say anything about ventriloquism. This is a very good car.
It is.
Yes, it is. It's got leather and it's nice.
Does it drive well?
I don't know. On my hand.
Sorry. Does this have Blue Link?
Of course it does. It's a Genesis.
Sorry. I was just asking.
Duh.
Calm down. Okay. Okay. It's okay now. It's okay. It's quiet. How do you like the analog clock? It's analog. I didn't build it. I'm just showing it to you. Okay.
Is it intuitive?
Yes, it is. It's very intuitive. And it's touchscreen.
I can't touch.
Try.
I touch. I touch.
Calm down.
Oh, I touched.
Ah, yes. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.